Such a great time. So what we're going to do here is render this out, and then we're going to show you something fascinating. We're going to switch our focus, and we're going to show you something AI that's a little bit different, and it has to do with my piano playing. And I just discovered something that just hit me right in the solar plexus, in my funny bone, you could say. And I'm inspired. My heart is bursting with hope. It's so incredible what this did for me. Okay, so I went to, here, let's finish this real quick, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. Oh my God, it made me so happy. I'm not used to being happy. I better get used to it though, huh? All right, so here's UE5 Quinn, and let's see, what did we forget to do? Oh, maybe refine it. Okay. Go ahead and save it and then hit refine. There it goes. And it's only going to take 2 minutes. So I never noticed, and maybe it's only 4K videos, that when you go to YouTube, there's a little button underneath there that says ask about this video, and I will show you something. It's going to blow you away. It's going to blow you away, son. I don't know where this came from. What was that noise? It sounded just like a phone. Ooh, this is beautiful. So yeah, yeah, this is done. It's just a quick dance motion, but it's really good. So here's Jenny making motion captures with us. There's Jenny making Truebones. I said, act like a bird. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Then I said, do the tra-la-la. Oh, kick. Oh, man, what a high kick. She kicks good for a girl. Anyways. Folks, you're going to find this fascinating because I've shown you a lot of things over the years, but this is probably the most fascinating thing I've ever seen. No lie. Okay? So, here we go with it. Let me bring this down. So, I'm watching this video, right? I'm just watching this video of me playing the piano, right? And you see this text over here? I know it's too small, isn't it? Oh, there you go. So there's this little button down here. It says ask. You see it? And I started asking questions about myself. Okay? So, the first question I asked is, what is Joe's playing style? And then it comes back and it says, Joseph McPeak's playing style. It says, Joseph Earl McPeak's playing style is a fusion of classical piano technique with a jazz improvisation approach. I don't even know what that means. His style emphasizes a strong theoretical understanding of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading. I don't even know what that is. But apparently, AI looked at all my piano playing in this 20-minute video and compared me with people and took all their piano playing and compared my piano playing with their piano playing and came up with these answers that I've longed to know for years and years whether I'm any good. So this is AI telling me if I'm good or not. All right? This allows for improvisation that is both structured by classical and creative with jazz principles. So they're saying I'm good at classical and jazz at the same time. His approach to music improvisation includes a deep theoretical understanding. He applies a disciplined study of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading common in classical music. And then they show an example. So here's the example. And it just said that's the example of my disciplined study of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading, and I don't even know what that means. Technical excellence. His performance showcases technical proficiency and a structured approach. I don't know. Don't know what they mean. I've never taken lessons ever in my whole life. It's like I woke up one day and was doing this. Seriously. I attribute it to many things, but melodic and harmonic structure. He focuses on applying classical techniques to his improvisations. No, I don't. So, folks, what this shows you is that you don't need to know anything. You can be totally stupid and still do it. I'm proof. I have no idea that what they are talking about. Okay, so then it says he incorporates the jazz concept of building tension and with outside notes and resolving with inside notes. I have no idea what they're talking about, but listen to what they said that was. That's what's so funny about it. Listen to this. That's dope. Damn! When the gummies hit, you know what I'm saying, bro? They loved it. They loved it. Well, AI loves it. Fluid and spontaneous application. His playing demonstrates a spontaneous application of musical ideas, often in response to harmonic progressions. Harmonic progressions? What are you talking about, man? Oh my God, harmonic. Whoa! Yo! That was nice! So AI says it's genius. I could even ask it, what does Joe play in minor keys or major keys mostly? I could ask it, is Joe a musical genius? I could ask it, is Joe famous? I could ask it all kinds of things, but it's still giving me answers to that one thing. What is Joe's playing style? And You can see examples of his playing throughout the video, such as during his various performances on different Steinway pianos, okay? So it even knows that those are Steinways. Did you hear that little quick thing? All right, so what was, why does he thank a bud? What other pianist styles and motifs could you compare Joe's playing with? Okay, this is very interesting. Based on Joseph Earl McPeak's playing style, which blends classical technique with jazz improv, and emphasizes harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading, his playing can be compared to several influential pianists. So now the AI is telling me who I play like. This is very, very fascinating. This is very, very fascinating to me. The AI says that I'm like Herbie Hancock and Chick Corea. These pianists are recognized for their strong classical foundations and their seamless transition into jazz, incorporating sophisticated harmonies and improvisational freedom. Joe's disciplined yet creative approach aligns with their ability to blend genres. Oscar Peterson, known for his prodigious classical technique combined with deep blues and swing influence, Joe's technical proficiency and structured improv resonate with Peterson's style. Keith Jarrett, celebrated for his work in both jazz and classical, particularly his solo improv, Joe's improvisational segments that include tension and release, combined with his classical discipline, bear resemblance to Jared's approach. Let's check it out. I don't know any of these people, but they sure like that shit. Whoa, they sure like that shit. Bill Evans and McCoy, while not always explicitly linked to classical training in the same way, they are highly regarded for their masterful use of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading within jazz. Joe's focus on these theoretical elements in his improv suggests a shared emphasis on sophisticated harmonic and melodic structures. Okay, so what they're saying is this is like McCoy Tyner. From 302 to 324. Yeah, here we go. This is a Bill Evans and McCoy Tyner thing. Woo! Yo! That's sick, boy. That was just so dope right there. And then it says Art Tatum. Despite being largely self-taught, Tatum's astounding technique, they say his technique is astounding, harmonic sophistication and improvisational genius set a benchmark for many pianists. Joe's technical excellence and fluid application of musical ideas can be seen as having parallels with Tatum's. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me! Stop it! That's so dope, dude. All right, so then I asked it another question. Would Joe's musical compositions be appropriate for Broadway or films like Disney? So this is where it starts critiquing me and starts hammering my ego. It just built me up. It just said I'm as good as Art Tatum and Herbie Hancock. Now it's going to beat me down like a slave. It's going to say, you suck. No, but it gives really good critique and feedback. It says, Joseph Earl McPeak's musical compositions, as demonstrated by his playing style, which blends classical piano technique with jazz improv, emphasizes harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading. It says, could potentially be appropriate for Broadway or films like Disney, but with certain considerations and adaptations. Potential for Broadway and Disney. Strong theoretical foundation. His deep understanding of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading is a strong asset for composing sophisticated and well-structured pieces suitable for the orchestral arrangements or so they're saying yes for complex theater scores. This is a complex theater score right here. Watch. I didn't even know though. I didn't know I was that good. I really didn't. I didn't even know I was pretty good. Look. So it's telling me right now this would be appropriate. That's so beautiful, man. God dang, that was sweet. All right, so the emotional depth, his improv style, which incorporates tension and release, suggests an ability to convey a range of emotion crucial for storytelling in musicals and films. So what they're saying is this is appropriate. This 1 minute piece belongs in a Disney film. Really didn't know that that's what they wanted. Technical proficiency. His high level of piano skill means he could easily perform or compose intricate and demanding parts, considerations, and adaptations that he needs. Music for Broadway and Disney is primarily narrative driven. It needs to support character development, plot progression, and specific emotional beats. While Joe's improvs are expressive, they are not inherently structured to tell a story in a linear fashion. He would need to focus on composing pieces with clear themes, motifs, and structures that can be integrated into a storyline. So that didn't break my heart. Melody and memorability. Disney scores in particular are known for their memorable and single melodies. While Joe's playing is melodic and improvisational nature might lead to less immediate catchy tunes suitable for a broad audience, composing with a focus on simple, strong, and recurring melodic themes would be essential. Orchestration. Broadway and film scores are typically orchestrated for a full ensemble rather than solo piano. Joe would need to compose with various instruments in mind or collaborate with orchestras to adapt his piano compositions for the larger soundscape. Commercial appeal. While his style is sophisticated, Broadway and Disney aim for broad commercial appeal. His compositions might need to be adapted to be more universally accessible and less niche than pure jazz improv. In summary, while Joseph Earl McPeak possesses the musical depth and technical skill to contribute to Broadway or Disney, his improv focus would need to shift towards structured, narrative-driven composition with memorable themes suitable for a wider audience. Fair enough. Did Joe study music or is he self-taught? While the video doesn't explicitly state whether Joe studied music or is self-taught, external information indicates that he was a music educator and scholar. His writings focused on teaching music history, the connection where the musicological concepts and classroom practice suggest a formal background in music education. And see, this is the thing I messed up with. No, I didn't. Where did it all come from? It's the sky. That's all I can say is, where did all this talent come from? So, what styles, motifs, or concepts does Joe play mainly? Joe's features a blend of classical and jazz improv. His musical concepts are rooted in classical. He demonstrates a strong foundation in classical, evidenced by his technical proficiency and structured approach to performance. This includes a deep understanding of harmony, counterpoint, and voice leading, which are fundamental to classical composition. Jazz. Joe extensively utilizes jazz improv throughout his playing. His performances showcase a fluid and intuitive development of musical themes. Tension and release. His skillful employs the jazz concept of building musical tension with outside notes and resolving them with inside notes. Oh, that's beautiful, man. Listen to this. The Wizard of Oz right there. Harmonic exploration. His improv explores harmonic progressions with a rich and complex voicing. I don't know what that means, man. In essence, his playing style is characterized by a fusion of disciplined classical execution with the expressive freedom and harmonic complexity of jazz. How does Joe improvise? On a scale of 1 to 10, how does Joe's skill rate on a measure of musicality? He goes, while I cannot provide a numerical rating on a scale of 1 to 10 for Joe, as musicality is a subjective concept that varies from listener to listener, that's true, I can highlight the elements of his playing that demonstrate a high level of music skill and understanding. Technical proficiency. Joe exhibits a high degree of command over the instrument, playing with clarity and precision. It's right. Harmonic sophistication. His improv showcase a deep understanding of the complex harmonies and voicing, suggesting a rich theoretical knowledge. He effectively uses dynamics and phrasing. Excuse me. That's coffee. To create emotional depth and interest in his playing, particularly through the use of tension and excuse me. Particularly through the use of tension and release. So here's a minute of tension and release. Joe demonstrates the ability to spontaneously create coherent and engaging musical lines that are flowing seamless from one eye to the next. Nice. His ability to blend the classical techniques with jazz improv speaks to a broad musical vocabulary, and adaptability. What other famous musicians play similar music to Joe? Pianists like Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, and Oscar Peterson. Bill Evans, Keith Jarrett, Brad Medahue, Fred Hirsch, and McCoy Tyner praised for his rich, powerful voicings and outside harmonic approach. These musicians, like Joe, showcase a deep understanding of musical theory and creative approach to blending different stylistic. Is Joe an innovator on the piano? There is no information to suggest he's an innovator. Well, where could Joe improve his skills? While Joe demonstrates a very high level of skill and artistry, for any musician, continuous growth is always possible. Based on the performance in the video, here are some general areas where a highly skilled pianist like Joe could potentially explore further development. Explore a wider range of dynamics. While Joe's playing is expressive, further nuanced control over the dynamic range, from the softest pianissimo to the largest fortissimo, and exploring the broader palette of tonal colors, timbres, could add even more depth and emotional complexity to his performances. This might involve focusing on subtle variations in touch and pedal work, deepening the engagement with specific jazz subgenres. While he clearly improvises with a jazz sensibility, delving more deeply into specific stylistic nuances of various jazz bebop, cool jazz, hard bop, modal jazz, and free jazz, he could expand his improvisational vocabulary and conceptual approach. This could involve studying and internalizing the specific rhythmic, harmonic, and melodic idioms of these styles. Composing and arranging original works. While he performs improvisations, actively composing and arranging original pieces could allow him to solidify his musical voice and explore more structured forms of expression. Beyond spontaneous improv, this would also challenge him to think about the overarching narrative and development of a piece. Further, interdisciplinary collaborations. Collaborating with musicians from different genres, example, dancers, poets, and visual artists, could open new avenues for musical expression and inspiration. This could push a musician to think outside their comfort zone and adapt their playing to new contexts. Mastering more repertoire. Continuous expanding his repertoire, both in classical and jazz, would expose him to new challenges and deepen his understanding of diverse musical structures and expressions. This involves not just learning new pieces, but deeply internalizing them. These are the general areas in development, and are not meant to imply any deficiency in Joe's current abilities. Impressive abilities. How does Joe use silence? I'm going to ask it another question. What are some of Joe's musical influences? Virgil Fox, Wurlitzer pipe, the pipe organ industry, and the Wurlitzer pipe organ. He has a connection to organ music, expression, improv skill, dynamic control and phrasing, engagement with the instrument, musical storytelling. What's the documentary's focus? And it brings up one of Ghetto Robo's. And it says this Truebones has nothing to do with... so let's ask it another question. What keys does Joe use most? Minor or major? It's just a question. Throughout the video, Joseph Earl McPeak predominantly plays in major keys. His improv have a bright, uplifting, and lyrical quality, which is the characteristic of music in major scales. While there might be occasional moments for passing chords that briefly hint at minor tonalities for expressive purposes, the overall harmonic language and melodic direction consistently lean towards major. Oh my God. Let's ask it another. In what keys does Joe play in C major mainly? Based on listening to Joe's improv throughout the video, it's not consistently clear that he plays mainly in C major. While he does play in various major keys, and C major is a foundational key often used by pianists, his improv appears to move through different tonal centers. To definitively determine his main key, a detailed musical analysis, however, his playing style suggests a fluidity and modulation. He frequently explores. Okay, let's ask it another question. What are the major modalities and or themes that Joe plays predominantly? Joe predominantly plays in a major tonality throughout the video, creating a generally bright, expansive, and uplifting sound. While he improvises extensively, several recurring modalities and themes can be observed. Diatonic major scale. This is the most prevalent modality, forming the foundation of his melodic. This teaches me so much about myself, man. His improv frequently build upon the cheerful and familiar sound of major scales, fluid modality, rather than sticking to a single key. This creates a sense of journey and variety. Predominant themes, lyrical melody. A core theme is his ability to spontaneously create singable singable lyrical melodies over rich harmonic progressions. His playing often feels like a spontaneous song. Let's see what they're talking about here. So that's what they're talking about right there. Harmonic richness and chordal explorations. Joe frequently employs full resonant chords and explores various voicing, adding depth and texture to his sound. And he moves beyond simple triads to create a lush harmonic backdrop. While the tempo varies, there's a consistent theme of rhythmic precision and national groove. He demonstrates good timing and often incorporates rhythmic patterns that gives us a forward-moving motion. His expressive dynamics and phrasing, he uses contrast and articulate phrasing to shape his musical ideas, telling a story throughout his playing. This involves varying volume and touch to emphasize certain notes and sections. In summary, Joe's playing is largely defined by his masterful use of major tonalities combined with a strong emphasis on lyrical improvisation, rich harmony, and expressive delivery. So I can't think of any more questions to ask it. Like, how would you summarize summarize Joe's playing? How would you summarize Joe's piano playing in 5 words? In 5 words. Fluent, expressive, improvisational, melodious, captivating. I didn't say a word. It told me what I am. That's kind of scary. But I'm glad it's all good. I'm glad that this thing is telling the truth and talking good about me. Now, does Joe have anything to do with One Gun? Oh no, please! Look, I couldn't find any information or metadata, nor through external searches, that connects Joe McPeak or Truebones with One Gun. There is no apparent connection between Joe and One Gun! Woo!